Welcome to the third symposium of PERC. We've got a theme this year of mobilizing PERC, and I'll talk a little bit in a moment about the genesis and the ideas behind that theme. Right, so before we just get into the main part of the program, I want to say a big thank you to all the external speakers that have agreed to come to speak with us. The program committee thought long and hard about how to structure this, and what we are trying to do as part of the mobilization of PERC is to make sure that we're not inward looking, but we're outward looking, and so we are pairing local speakers with external speakers in order that we can generate a bit of discussion about the cutting edge technologies that you will hear about today and tomorrow. So the PERC has been in operation now for about 2.5, almost 3 years, and we are in the process of putting a strategy together for the next phase. So phase 2 will be a 4-year long phase, and a lot of what we're trying to do in this phase 2 is to mobilize the ideas that we've generated. We believe we've achieved a number of key things in the first 3 years. Number one is we have actually built true multidisciplinary teams, and people that had never imagined working together are now working together very fruitfully and harmoniously, learning each other's vocabulary and language, and contributing to real creative ideas. So that, I think, has been a major achievement already. I think, secondly, we focused in the first 3 years on creating technological platforms that would enable us to achieve some of the big ideals behind PERC, the idea of enhancing or digitizing the breeder's eye and making phenotyping as much a digital activity as genotyping is currently. Now, in order to be able to do all of those things, we now need to figure out ways in which we take those platforms and integrate those platforms to try and deliver meaningful results in plant breeding, enhancing the way we do selections, enhancing the way we link a particular phenotype and do the electronic searching of a phenotype to actual allelic variation in plants. And I think there's great opportunities for us to achieve many of those objectives, but it's not going to be done just by PERC here in Saskatchewan. It's going to be an international collaboration, and as a result, it's a very important part of what we do to make sure that we stay in touch with our colleagues doing this kind of work around the world. We will, in the course of time, probably specialize in certain fields and be complementary to other groups and parties around the world. And we are part of the International Plant Phenotyping Network. Many of the principal investigators, postdocs and students have already been to some of those meetings, and we will continue with that outward facing idea so that over the next 4 or 5 years, we are well integrated into the global plant phenotyping community, and that's the way we will achieve some of the lofty goals that we set ourselves. In the last 12 months, we also did go through a formal review with the Tri-Councils that have funded all of this work, and I've got to say that review went extremely well, and it does speak both to the hard work and energy of the principal investigators, the postdocs, and the students and technicians that have really contributed. We've actually published some pretty high-profile papers in high-impact factor journals, and I think we will continue to see great output from this group. And the more interdisciplinary collaboration we see, I honestly believe the more creativity will come out of the work that we do.